Hello, and welcome to today's little yoga chat here on YouTube. So happy to have you here today. So today's chat is the three yoga mistakes that make your lower back pain worse. And so, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Tonya. I am the founder of yogabytonya.com. So, let's go ahead and discuss why you could be making your lower back pain worse or your achy back feel worse, especially when it comes to your yoga practice. So, first, I would just like to say that stretching more isn't always the answer, and it may make it worse. Often, your lower back pain or issues is a stability issue, and so there are many things that we can do to fix that. So, sorry, my dog's in here, and she just caught my bracelet with her claw. So sorry about that. There's many things that we can do to help with stability issues. Well, first let's talk about how dumping into your lower back during poses um, can actually create more of an issue for you. So if you're just really dumping into your lower back, bending from your hips rather than your thoracic spine, your chest area, your upper spine, that can create a big issue for your lower back. So what we might want to do to correct that is build strength in the hips, the glutes, and the core. And so when I'm talking about the core, I'm not just talking about the abdomens, I'm talking about the muscles that support your lower back also. And so another thing is skipping strengthening work. So you need a mix of both slow, controlled movements and flow. So oftentimes, especially in yoga, we're just going through a flow, not really thinking about it. Um, and there's a difference when you start to bring more of an intention to the way that you move in your flow. So I really want you to think about that for a minute. So it's not just one movement or just flowing from one pose to another, but really thinking about how you can control or have controlled movement, stabilizing movement as you move through your Vinyasa flow or whatever practice that you're doing or tradition that you're practicing in yoga, I should say. And also, I just want to say, ignoring subtle pain signals um, is something that you should start to become aware of. So that little pinch isn't something that you should just be pushing through. Pain is information. So if you're having any little aches or pinching sensations, anything that just feels sticky to me, a lot of times feels just sticky, like I'm moving through mud. Those are signals that you can start to become aware of and that you should, because that's giving you a lot of information about your body and where you might need to start building some strength, some intentional flexibility, I would say. And so finally, I want to say not modifying even when you know you should. This is especially true probably in your group classes or other videos. So people like to stick to the full expression that the teacher is offering them, and that maybe all the other people, especially if you're in person in a group class, are doing. Like there's a real competition within group classes. And I'm just asking you to maybe instead of choosing to do that, maybe choose something else instead, something that actually feels supportive. So modifications aren't a step back. They're how you build a more sustainable practice. And you don't really need to do more yoga. You just need to do the right kind of yoga for your body. So that's really important that you start to figure out what the right type of movements are for your body. Your body is not going to look or be like everyone else in the class. And so that's really important that you learn to accept that. You learn to be intentional about that. And I think probably yoga, for me especially, my practice has taught me a lot about acceptance. Accepting what my body can and cannot do, accepting my limitations, um, whether they're physical, a lot of them are physical and structural, but I think that's really just important. For me, that's something that yoga has taught me, and I hope that you can learn that too. So inside my online membership, I teach life classes. I have three different types that I'm teaching right now. 3 days that I teach, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday is more of a slow flow class. Tuesday's a therapeutic class where we just get in and start building some of those deeper, slower strengthening movements uh, that I was discussing earlier. We also work on some mobility, but we also do that with the thought of it being controlled, being more of a stabilizing movement or practice or um, um, exercise. That's what I'm trying to say. And I teach these for real bodies. And so my classes are really small. So whoever is there, that is who I teach to. And I modify the class as I go. And so I hope you'll check that out. Yogabytonya.com. So I hope you enjoyed this short little discussion, this real talk video about the mistakes you may be making that make your lower back pain worse. And I hope that you will like and subscribe to this video and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out um, as I learn more about yoga and share it with you. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.